Hi folks, I just want a quick talk about how to easily create a separate quiz for students who get extra time on your assessments. So if you are doing your quiz or test in Moodle, there's a pretty slick solution for this once you have the entire assessment created. You'll see right here that I have an Act 2 quiz that I wrote for A Raisin in the Sun for my students, but I have 5 that need extra time on that assessment. So what I did was essentially create a copy of the assessment I had written and changed some of the parameters on that assignment. So the first thing is how to make a copy of any assessment that you write. Once it's all done and written and ready to go and you've set all the parameters you want for the assignment, you can click on this edit button and bring the drop-down menu down. And this little button right here, duplicate, will create a copy, a virtual copy of the entire assessment. So what it actually did, and I'll do this right now, it creates a copy and it's going to call it by the same name, but then put the title copy after the title of the assessment. So it's taking a little while to do that. Once we do that though, you'll see here, now I have a copy of the assessment and I can go here and rename this by clicking this little pencil to edit that now. So now I'm going to go into the settings for this assessment. I can change the name of this. Keeping the base name the same, but changing that title to extra time. I can provide a description and put it on the course page if I need to let students know the difference between the two assessments. So I'll type that in. This is for extra time testers only. And then I'm going to go down here to timing. You'll see that I have a 15-minute time limit on the quiz right now, so I would change that to time and a half. And I'm going to give them a little extra 30 seconds on that, so I'll make it 23 minutes altogether. And then here's the real trick on extra restrictions on attempts. What I would do is click this and put a password in here. So I'm going to require a password for students to take this version of the quiz. And I'm going to be silly and just give it a poorly spelled extra time password. And I will email that out to the students that get the extra time accommodation in my class. So I can save this and return to the course, and you will see that I have now another extra time quiz assessment here for my students to complete the quiz, but with the extra time accommodation that they are allowed. And so any of the students that don't have that extra time accommodation will not be able to access this because it is password protected. They'll be directed to go into this Act 2 quiz, just the regular one. I noticed that I didn't click this button down here, display description on course page, which is why my description didn't show up. So if I fix that, you'll see that I have now a little description. This is for extra time testers only. So other students won't ask me questions about that particular assessment. Now I know there are other ways to get around this, but I think this is probably one of the simplest ways to do that. So it requires very few steps on your part and is a pretty slick solution that students can navigate very easily.